All right, guys, how's everybody doing today? Figured I'd show you a little tour of my wood yard. Got some pallets here. Got a 2015 Kubota KX121-3 excavator. Got a hydraulic thumb on it. I think this machine's a little over 5 ton. Works really good. Makes doing firewood a breeze. We've got about 4,559 or 55 hours. Almost time for another service. Oh, we bought this, say almost 5 years ago now. Only a couple years old when we got it. Probably one of the best investments me and my family have made. Got some logs here. Some of these are a little big for my processor. There's a couple that are smaller in there, but I'll get them trimmed up and shoved through the machine. Use this excavator to load it all the while. It works really well. Got some more logs here that are already kind of cut to size to fit on the deck. Less than 16 inches of diameter. Got a load on the deck right now. This is a 2014 Dyna SC12 XP. Had this about 3 years now. I bought it used. Used with 150 hours. Ran 943.4 now. It's been a good machine. Can't complain. Been very good. Haven't really had any major issues with it. Just got done extending my conveyor. Put a 2-foot extension in it. Made piling the wood nicer. Put a set of gussets on the end of the conveyor. Brand new belt and paddles. This thing will do about 1 full cord per hour with really nice looking logs anyway. You get junkier stuff like that. Smaller stuff that's too big, stuff with a lot of knots in it. Doesn't really want to do a cord an hour. You need a lot of stuff that's right about this size. 4 nice perfect pieces every time. Well, furthering on in the wood yard. Try not to wipe out here. It's a little slick today. This is some of the stuff I did this morning. Some stuff I've been working on. Some stuff, inventory for this coming year, fall of 23. Got 3 full rows stacked here. The very back row, there's 5 full cord. So 15 face cord, if that's how you want to say it. And then we got 7 full cord and 7 full cord. There's 3 total rows there. Got about 3 full cord stacked here. Partial of another cord. Gonna continue on stacking all the way down to the end here after I move these logs. Make a couple more rows out of it. Like I said, I got quite a bit split here anyway. I'm picking away at. There's just only so many hours in a day, you know. Got about a 6 cord cube over here on the back side of the logs. So the rest of my wood equipment. So we got the excavator, processor. I got this splitter here. I believe this is a rugged split, 37 ton. Older machine. I picked it up used. Looked like it was used pretty hard for the beginning stages of its life. But it's got a Honda on it. GX390. Full cord's broke. I ain't got around to fixing it, but the electric start works, so that's what I use. I got a 4-way wedge I built for it. It's not on here right now, but it just slips on and off. Works really well. I like the lift arm for the bigger rounds. That's pretty much why I bought this splitter. Got my grandfather's old Ford backhoe here. Got a set of forks for it as well. We pick up some stuff and works really well. The bucket even, I can put a little over half a face cord if I stack it in there, dump it into the trucks. Continuing on, we got my first splitter here. By the way, I apologize for any wind that you might hear on the camera here. This was my first splitter. I literally got this out of a junkyard, traded some labor for it, and all I did is I put a set of tires on it and I cleaned the carb. It's been a good splitter. It's not very fast or very powerful, but it was my first splitter that I ever had. Sure beat using an axe all the time, so it's been nothing but good to me. I still keep it around. I use it once in a while just to keep it freed up, I guess. That's one of my dump trailers. It's a 5.5 foot by 10 foot homemade jobber, but it does dump electric over hydraulic. Works really well. Right now I got a bunch of firewood for my grandfather in there. 24-inch stuff, boiler stuff. That's what's under this tarp too. Got it tarped off for the snow. This is our wood shed for my grandfather. All the way full. Been pulling out from under the tarp. So I try to pull everything I can from under the tarp or from the farthest away from the shed. So that way when my grandfather loads the stove, he doesn't have to go as far. He can just use the wood under here. Got an outdoor boiler here. It's an Aquatherm. We've had this for, boy, as long as I can remember. I mean, I'm not that old anyway, but I remember putting this in when I was really little. Got a forced air blower on it. It's kind of burnt down a little bit right now, just the coals. I just filled it up a few minutes ago. This is somewhere in the neighborhood of about 5 feet deep, but I cut everything in 24-inch length. It's easier to split. And I split it smaller so my grandfather can pick it up. You know, I mean, it's not that big. Some people might heat their houses with stuff about that big of diameter, but like I said, try to keep it smaller for my grandfather. Bunch of wheelbarrows have been filling up, pushing up through the center. We got it stacked both sides right to the hilt. Not sure how many cord are in here. I would guesstimate probably somewhere around 8 full cord. I had to put a number on it, but works really well. It's nice to keep the stuff dry. Try to get as much done in the spring and summer and fall as I can for him, so I don't have to do it in the winter. That way all I have to do in the winter is peel it out from under this tarp. We got a pretty good jump start on it this year. Like I said, I cut everything 24-inch for him. And I also I burned a bunch of these shorties, all little ugly offcuts and everything, and any other stuff that's I don't know, not real nice to sell. I mean, it doesn't hurt my feelings burning it in my own personal stove, but a lot of people that buy wood want to buy nice looking stuff. Try to split everything kind of smaller. The processor splits some stuff bigger. Here's a piece of ash. That's kind of a bigger chunk in my opinion, but like I said, I hate with that. But a lot of people are literally burning money. Continuing on, I'll show you some more inventory we got for the 23 fall. Just got a little bit of a walk to get over there. Kind of limited on space, so just keep stocking it away while I can. Got a stack of square stuff over there, rejects from the mill. My grandfather likes them. I like them too. Makes a lot less work for myself, even with the processor. They come in bands. We got a big payloader. I picked the whole band up, move it closer to the wood shed. I saw right down it at 24 inches. Don't even have to split any of the stuff. That's about the biggest size that they come in. Kind of weird sizes, 4x6, 3x5, some 2x4, but it's all hardwood. But here's the rest of my inventory so far that I've got. So far I've purchased 11 triaxle loads from a couple of my logger buddies. That's just for this fall. I've got this stuff since the start of the year, but quite a bit of wood here. I guesstimate somewhere's in the neighborhood of probably 7 to 8 triaxles cord per triaxle load. Like I said, I've got 11 of them, so I don't know, do the math on that. It's gonna be somewhere's in the neighborhood of around 80 cords, give or take a little. A lot of this stuff's pretty nice. They got some bigger stuff towards the end. Here's a piece of cherry. Like I said, the processor will handle 16-inch diameter stuff, but I don't know, take what you can get, I guess. It all burns as far as I'm concerned. But there's a lot of cherry in here. Well, I'd say a lot, maybe 20% of the load's cherry. Probably about 40 to 50% is maple, and I don't know, another 20-30% is ash. The rest of it, you get a miscellaneous piece of birch or something like that. But I got some smaller stuff up here, which I don't have to split much, pretty much just split it in half. But a lot of times the really small stuff I don't even run through the processor. I usually just block it up. Seems to go faster that way. Yeah, otherwise, so far this is a tour of my wood yard. I've got everything down here but my one dump trailer, my 7x14, and my 1-ton dump. But the reason why I don't have my trailer down here is because I've got that stockpiled up away to my backside of my shop. I just bought that last year. It's only the second new thing I've ever bought in my life, and I really like it. I want to keep it nice for a long time, so I don't run it in the salt. But yeah, otherwise that's that. Just wanted to add a couple things. Gonna be picking up where we left off. This is my 1-ton dump. Like I said, she's pretty rough. I live in the Northeast. It's gotten the best of it pretty good. Got this fantastic blue door. Got the sweet cab corner delete kit. This started out life as a 99 F250. It's got the 06 front clip on it. It was wrecked pretty hard when I got it. Fixed it up. It was a single wheel. Like I said, it was a 250. I put the 350 badges on it and put a dually rear end under it and a dump body on all myself. So with these racks, I stack a full cord in here, or 3 face cords if that's what you prefer to say. Stacked right level with the racks, 6 rows. So 1 row is half of a face cord. So, yep, that's my 1-ton dump. Nothing special. That's my wood pile for my stuff for my personal heating right here. And here's my dump trailer. 7x14 cam Superline beast, 16,000 GVW. Like I said, this is the second new thing I've ever bought, so I don't run it in the salt. It's just parked here in my backyard for now. Works pretty superb. I think I'm gonna put some taller racks on so I can get 2 full cord in, or 6 face cord if that's what you prefer to say, in here loose without having to stack it, and that would be pretty nice. One last thing, the log pile I just showed you, that was only 6 triaxle loads out of the 11. The other 5 are what's currently cut and split, and the other little bit of logs that are left over on the other side of the wood yard. Thanks. Leave any questions you guys got in the comments. I'll try to answer them the best I can. Catch you later.